Oh, man.
P-A-S-C-A-L.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and on Twitter. The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below. And let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, we got to jump into this story. This is new information, and let me tell you, I don't usually do pop-ups, but I wanted to be one of the first people out here. Obviously, I'm not one of the first, but I wanted to be one of the get this out of the way. I know we are obviously very intensely watching the situation with the Titan submersible and all that. But this information I found to be very interesting, and hopefully I'll be getting some of our legal friends onto the show to talk about this later on this afternoon in more detail. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this because it is pretty damn wild, okay? It is insane, and I want to share this with you guys. Real talk, Bryan Kohberger's DNA, okay? Revelation made in new court documents. Let me just say this really quick. In layman's terms, okay, in so many ways, they have said that while they did a cotton swab DNA test on Bryan Kohberger, they found out that it is indeed the same DNA that is on the knife sheath that was left beside Kaylee and Maddie's body in this house of horrors. That is basically the nuts and bolts of it all right here, guys. Huge, huge news. Now, we got to look into this. I'm going to share with you guys some documents, okay, or at least 2 pages and one little paragraph from this. Shout out to Jennifer Coffindaffer because she did share this. So I wanted to bring this up really quick, and I thought this was absolutely just mind-blowing, okay? And, I figured as much. I mean, to me, I've always thought they got their man here. Do they have their man, or are there men involved in this? We don't know. No. Or people involved in this? We don't know. But take a look at this. It says that comparison indicated the DNA found on the trash belonged to the biological father of the individual who left the DNA on the K-bar knife sheath. Now, remember when they said they went through their genealogy databases after they got whatever they got out of the trash can to connect Bryan Kohberger to this knife sheath, okay? Remember that piece. They found that, and they were able to connect him through genealogy, okay? Through their genealogy databases. But there's more. Pursuant to a search warrant, the law enforcement then collected DNA from Bryan Kohberger, the defendant, via a buccal swab. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. A traditional STR DNA comparison was done between the STR profile found on the K-bar knife sheath and the DNA of the defendant, Bryan Kohberger. The comparison showed a statistical match. Specifically, the STR profile is at least 5.378 octrillion times more likely to be seen if defendant is the source than if an unrelated individual randomly selected from the general population is the source. Okay, so just so you guys can understand this a little bit more, basically in a nutshell, all right, they are saying they used the information, the DNA that they collected from the trash can in Pennsylvania, but then when they caught him, they brought him in, they did a cotton swab, cheek swab type thing to get DNA from Bryan Kohberger. They ran their tests, and they said without a shadow of a doubt, there ain't no way that the DNA that is on the knife sheath is not that of Bryan Kohberger. There's no way that it could be anybody else but Bryan Kohberger. In my personal opinion, this is very, very big news because it kind of puts a lot of things to bed, okay, on the whole genealogy database fight, the argument that's been going on around here about that. But also, could it be his DNA? Is it really his DNA? So on and so forth. I think we can finally put that piece to bed. But the only thing I feel that the defense will be pushing is how they were able to get the DNA from the trash to get Bryan Kohberger. Because without the trash can, without that stuff that they got out of the trash, the DNA, and without them doing that, they would not have gotten Bryan Kohberger locked up right now. That's one of the main things I feel that they're still trying to argue. How the FBI, how law enforcement was able to obtain the stuff that was in the trash can. Did they get it legally or did they not? But be rest assured, no matter what, the DNA is that of Bryan Kohberger's. And I'm telling you what, I'm not surprised. But it does solidify and put another nail in the coffin of possibly guilty. But again, I know it's the court of law and he is still innocent until proven guilty. But when you start hearing these types of pieces of information, it does make you think a little bit more, okay, about this and how they obtained the DNA from the trash can. They may have done it legally or they may have done it illegally, but they still got their guy. At least that's from what we're getting in the DNA that has the DNA test that has been done when they first initially arrested this man. Also, I want to say this again, 5.37 octillion times more likely. Basically, they're saying there ain't no way. Okay, this is a Maury Povich moment. Okay, you are the father. You are the Emma. You are the monster. But anyway, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I will most likely be doing a show on this in a little bit, in a couple hours, but I wanted to share with you guys this information really, really quick. Still very shocking to me, or not that shocking, but still, it is shocking information for the rest of the world that we are finally getting this more solidified. It's Bryan Kohberger's DNA on the knife sheath, his very own DNA. No doubt about that. Anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button and most definitely crush that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.